In this TradeMiner video, we're going to go through and we're going to talk about the first step, which is the prospecting step or the scanning step. And this time in the prospecting step, in the previous video, we scanned by month and then we chose the month of November. But in this video, we're going to go through and we're going to do prospect for trends in the symbol. And we're going to choose a symbol in here, and we're going to use the same symbol that we used in the previous. We're going to use GRMN. We're going to pick Garmin. And we're going to find trends. There it is right there, Garmin, and we're going to find trends that have won at least, and it says 80%. Now when I do an individual stock like this, we can use this high percentage, this high 80% requirement. But what I like to do is I like to turn this down a little bit and maybe bring it down to 70% of the time. And I'll show both longs and shorts, that's fine. And then list trends, and I'll turn these off. Okay, when I use an individual symbol, I like to come in and turn these off, and you can experiment with this. There's a myriad of number of different settings you can use. And then mine at least, and I like, maybe we'll turn this down to maybe 5 years of history. And then I turn off the remove the same symbols and remove the same symbol overlapping trade dates. And this is kind of the way I like to look at an individual symbol. And the reason why, when I hit dig now, you'll notice it'll go out, and then I can sort this, and you'll get a tremendous number of results this way. But what I like to do is then I like to sort it by the chronological order. So we'll start here in January, and then I like to just kind of scroll down through this, and you can see basically by looking at the score when the best times to be in Garmin are. So Garmin will have times that are better to be in and better times to be out of the market. Now Garmin's a very strong stock and is a good time to be in it, many times of the year. We're getting lots of fives all the way down through the entire year. But you'll see in there every now and again you'll get some yellows that pop up, and as you come down through different time frames, you'll see that we're getting, like, here's an example. This is a time frame in which Garmin doesn't do very well. So we're going into December 24th, and these are very short-term trades, only 8-day time frames. But you can see you'll get kind of a seasonal trend. Let's choose a different market. Let's come in and choose let's go MSFT. We've all heard of this little company. Let's do a search on Microsoft, and again I'm going to leave this the same way. And as you scroll down through this, again, Microsoft, a very strong company. We're coming into the end of the year. We see that this is not the best time of year to be in with Microsoft. See, it starts to turn yellow. December 20th through December 23rd is only 83% of the time does it make profits. It had an over a 6-year period. Let's turn this up. Let's come in here and let's say over the last 10 years. And we're going to dig now. We're going to use the filter to filter down a little bit more, and we'll see how this turns out. And we get down here again, pretty good. We're still getting some pretty good returns, but you can see that this is not as high, a winning percentage ratio of 76%. But you get more of a seasonal view or an overall long-term view of an individual stock and when the best times to be in a stock are and when the best times to be out of a stock. So this is a way that you can come through and you can discover different seasonal trends in stocks, when stocks have a tendency to rise in price and when stocks have a tendency to fall in price. And it looks like several of these towards the end of the year. Here's one that's, look, this is 36 years back. This is a wonderful historical tool, being able to show you 36 years of history on this particular company. It's Motorola. And you can see between December 18th and December 31st, 75% of the time it had a winning ratio. So it was 25% of the time it didn't do so well during this time of the year. Had a lower score right up in here. There's a lower score of 2.75 during this time frame, December 17th through December 19th. But this is the way I like to come in and use the individual symbol for the individual stock. Now you can go in and obviously use any of the parameters you would like, but this is just kind of a nice jumping off point, a nice place to look at to see the overall trend of the market based on the score and the different dates throughout the entire year of any individual stock, futures contract, or forex pair.